Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm looking for my one waifu, 1 in a million. I don't know if I'll find her, but today we're going to try a game called Angel Wings. I know very little about it. Awoken in a strange home, much fancier than mine, and I meet a bunch of random ladies. It is a waifu dating simulator, I guess. I don't. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay. Here we go. Change my name to anything I want. And I'm a muscular, piratey Mad Max gentleman. We'll go Shanito. I am undecided. I guess I'll go with male. We'll add him as a contact. Hey, there's my wife. I have an incoming call from New Elvis City. Let's see if they hang up. Okay, they don't. Let's check it out. Yellow. Go to the loving memories of years past, which we so fondly cherish. Angel wings. Beautiful. Would she be our waifu? No. Probably not. Nice to meet you, Shanito. Now, who are you? Okay. The Hermit. And select which one you are. Those who value the gift of introspection. Probably. The Hierophant. Those who seek the comfort of tradition, such as Pope. And the World. Those who embrace a new beginning. Believe I shall be the World. Alright, Shanito. Welcome to your story. Story of Shanito, the World. Day 1. This isn't my room. Woken in a place that's nothing like what I know. Ooh, the annoying. This is no small, affordable housing apartment. Fully furnished, modern home. Complete with exposed concrete walls matched with various touches of polished marble. Find myself in comical, no doubt expensive ode to this decade's design fads. What are these buttons? Check options. Text volume. Turn that down a pinch. X. A little more. Okay. Speed that up. Gotcha. Okay. Now, if you haven't caught on, this is a visual novella. Dating simulator. One of those pick your own adventures, except with women. You know. Moving further along the corridor, abstract paintings and small shrub-like plants adorn what would otherwise be an entirely barren sea of white and gray hues. Pretty well decorated. The owner seems to have taste. I am the owner. This doesn't feel like it could be someone's home. This feels more like a computer rendering of a model home afforded to only the fabulously wealthy. Those living far beyond their means. What am I doing here? My hands reflexively snapped my pockets. Oh, where are my pockets? Pockets everywhere. Pull out what appears to be the same model phone that I picked up earlier. Her name is K. Ki. Kai. Ki. Call her Kai for now. Hello, Shanito. Be at Sun Cafe by noon. You can look up the address. I will call her or not. Apparently it will exit. No, I don't think I'd be able to calm myself enough to speak coherently. Part of me is also more afraid of finding out who's going to pick up. Who is this? How do they know my name? What is Sun Cafe? Thoughts are racing at an indescribable pace. Questions fill my mind faster than I can process them. Should I call this number to figure out what's going on? I attempted and I hung up. Who is this? What is Sun Cafe? I'll be working there from now on. Good luck. Don't be late. Who are you and what am I doing here? I'm a little busy right now. Oh, and find your route on Wi-Fi. Didn't pay for a data plan, sorry. Fair enough. What exactly have I gotten myself into? Ooh, it's a nice sunny day out, guys. Couldn't even give me the cheapest data plan? Really? What's that? It's like a Mazda Miata? Maybe a Viper? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not a Viper. One of them JDM cars. 2JZ. It's stated to follow the instructions given to me. However, bigger exploration can't hurt me. Phone's GPS guides me towards my destination. Small coffee shop just a few blocks away. Briskly making my way towards my destination, I notice the unusual cleanliness of the city around me. The house I came from is only an example of the simple, minimalist aesthetic employed in this urban sprawl. There's a lot of fancy words. There are trees all along the sidewalk, right there, and there. None of the buildings appear to be more than a few years old. That's a nice car, guys. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Pretty sure it's a Miata. I don't know. It's alright. Not the best. Okay, Shania, stop getting sidetracked, my dude. Doesn't feel like the present day, more like a few years in the future. More like a computer render of what reality could be. How long have I been out for? Am I in a simulation? The Matrix. I check my reflection in one of the windows of a nearby building. There are no sinister men in suits pursuing me, and all my facial features seem to be where I last left them. Morpheus, why do I have hair? It's good news. I could always wish for an improvement. Phone says it's March 6th. 3 days have passed since I picked up the phone in the snow. It's up for 3 whole days. But there's no snow. The city doesn't feel densely populated. In fact, it barely feels alive here. A handful of pedestrians loiter about the concrete walkways, seeming to be in no particular hurry to get anywhere. Made it to the coffee shop. Walking into the coffee shop, where a small package with my name on it is resting on the counter. Excuse me, I'm new here. I don't know what... I don't even know how to make coffee. I don't know, the dollars, $2,000 for Maraschino, $3,000 for a latte. Sun coffee. I'll just take one of these Starbucks things in the jug, glass jar. Cashier, an unremarkable young man in his 20s, nods toward the package. Open the plastic wrapping to find my uniform. Green apron with a lady on it. Ooh, a lady. Looks familiar. You don't say. A few hours later, Like I mastered the art of brewing coffee, discovered the secret to the perfect roast with his craft. Burn it until it's sludge. Correct amount of water in at the corresponding amount of grounds. Then you press brew. Wild. It is wild. It's not a very challenging job. It's kept me busy today, but there are no revelations to be had here. It does give me a lot of time to think, though. Think about the infinite possibilities of why I'm here in this situation. Right now. Right now. Should I consider this bad? I've been displaced from my home. Thrown into a job that's probably beneath my ability by a stranger I've never even seen or heard. But I feel a lot classier, guys. Shouldn't say it's beneath me. I was doing nothing before. Filling the empty space with something, anything, is an improvement. I think. True. Most of all, I'm enjoying the people watching. Seeing the different types of people who come and go, working through their daily routines. The city is foreign, unfamiliar to me, but people look like people, and coffee is coffee. Ha! Got him. Most interested in a specific customer that's been here since I arrived. Small. Very small. So tiny. Girl. Sitting in the corner. Face buried in a book. Her long brown hair flows over her shoulders, trails down to her lower back. Whoa! She's not as tiny as was once led to believe. My eyes are drawn to her white buttoned shirt tied with a black bow. Call them one of them bolo ties. Paris seems to frequently interfere with her literary skills. She keeps stopping to push it out of the way, feeling a large set of dark brown eyes. Her iced coffee is long since melted into murky water, but she doesn't seem to notice. While people watching, sometimes I wonder what others' lives are like. Maybe she's a student, maybe a writer. Not sure. Excuse me. I am glad to see you are wearing a mask in here. Because these are dire times, my dear. Interrupted by a listless, relaxed voice. Realized that I had momentarily shirked the duties of my job in order to daydream about a complete stranger. Embarrassed, I turned my head. Wow. Wow. Immediately struck by one of the most beautiful women I've ever laid eyes. She's pretty cute. Even though she's wearing a mask. Oh, she's gorgeous. Voluminous, dusky black hair frames her small face, with sleepy eyes, dark as midnight, making unwavering contact. Her slim, athletic frame is adorned with a black tank top and white jeans. That's a bold clothing choice to make, but it doesn't look bad. Couldn't tell you exactly why I find her breathtaking, but rest assured, I'm clawing for oxygen. Bam. Held by her hypnotic gaze, stumble over my words, unable to bring myself back to reality. Yes, how can I help you today? Small iced Americano, please. Sure. Name? Here comes again. Viola, I believe, is how this one's pronounced. Ooh. Getting a little steamy up here. Let me grab a drink. Nice. Cold coffee from like 5 hours ago. How do you spell that? Never mind. I'll figure it out. Better make the best Americano I've ever seen, I've ever made. My 3 hours of this coffee making life. Zula. There you go. That is how my white ass spells it. Rest of the day passed by uneventfully. Thankfully, I don't think I could stand to live if another girl that pretty stopped by. I have a lot of questions that still need to be answered. I'm anxious to learn what I'm doing here. The names baffle me. And if this Kai whatever person has the answers, if anybody knows, just let me know. Just correct me. Sun begins to dip below the buildings as the day draws to a close. I drop my apron off in the back office and head out the door. Oh no, it's hurrying with the bolo tie. On my way back, I notice movement out of the corner of my eye. Long brown hair bouncing along to the rhythm of her steps. It's the girl from earlier, walking home, carrying her books in her arms. Damn. Part of me wants to know where she's going. The other part of me doesn't want to look like a maggot creep. I'll just keep heading towards my destination. But my longer strides are starting to catch up to her. Oh no. My legs are too long. Like a giraffe. like a giraffe when I walk. I gallop. I better slow down a little so it doesn't get awkward. I have to think about swinging my arms slower. I know. Just put my hands in my pockets instead. That'll solve it. But this slow pace is so abnormal for me. I can't do this. Maybe if I just don't make eye contact. Won't be weird. Pretty eyes. Like her. Slowly gain on her, making a conscious effort to look in the other direction. Periodically glancing back to gauge my progress. The unthinkable happens. I open my eyes and I look. During one of my quick glances, our eyes meet for only a brief moment. I'm love struck. I am thunderstruck. Her pace begins to quicken reflexively, so does mine. At this point, I don't understand how my own legs operate. Lost all control of my motor functions. And I proceed to collapse into a pile of bones and mush. She starts to run. Short, pale leg. Does she believe I am chasing her? No. Short, pale legs churning surprisingly quick. Is it worse if I run after her? I think it is. But maybe if I run back to Kai's, it would be less awkward. I'm panicking. My cognitive abilities have ceased to exist. I don't have motor skills. Just need to escape this situation. Are we still going in the same direction? Does she live in the same neighborhood? What are the chances? Too out of shape to be running this much. Approaching Kaya's house. Still running in the same direction. It's probably one of the top 10 most embarrassing moments of my life. What a disaster. Yeah, it's up there somewhere. The first door. I see the pretty, athletic girl from earlier also coming up to the entrance. What's going on? Tiny girl in a white shirt runs toward the door and cowers behind her. Was it Yola? Soyeon? Soyeon? Let's call her Sol. Sola. Sol. Her name's Sol. Can't remember right now, that's the least of my problems. Turns her attention to me as I slow to a halt. Sweating like a pig. Panting like a dog. She looks at me with an expression of disgust. She'll be saved for only the most vile and unforgivable things in this world. Whoa. She's gonna whip my ass. What do you think you're doing? I live here. Nuri, is this the stalker you said you were dealing with? Stalker? Sola stomps up to me and grabs me by the collar, scowling the intensity of a mob boss ready to bust my kneecaps. If I ever see you near my friend again, wait. Hold on. I apparently live here. Yes, just because my keys don't work. Sorry. The one that I don't think it will work out with. Look over and see a silver-haired girl walking towards us with a mildly amused expression. Sola, Nuri, what are you doing with our guest, Shanito? This must be Kai. Thank God. That was close. I'm sorry. Me too. Sorry. Nuri covers her face with her hands and shuffles out of the room. Sola stands up, flashes an incredibly uncomfortable grimace, and walks off as well. So, achievement unlocked. I'm officially a weirdo. So I see you've met your roommates. Lovely. Temporary embarrassment quickly dissipates as I remember what I plan to do. Stand up, turn around, and face Kai, who's sitting behind the kitchen counter, chopping vegetables. First time I've really looked at her. Short silver hair, reflects the sunlight, and radiates like someone applied a massive Instagram filter to the world. To the world. Glowing platinum hair aside, drawn towards her heavily lined eyes. Dramatic, cat-like appearance, in effect only magnified by the amber glow of her irises. For a moment, I'm lost in her surreal presence. Feels warm. It's also literally quite warm in this room, like I'm sweating again. This is becoming a problem. Yellow. Oh, right. Reality. I assume. My gaze wanders to her hands, covered in band-aids. She quickly puts her hands behind her back, laughs nervously. Smarter than you look, Mr. Shanito. Voice sweet and feminine, giving the impression of wisdom beyond her years. Sweet and feminine. Could they use a more descriptive word, please? Also, what is that supposed to mean? Do I look dumb? So why am I here? What's going on? Also, are you saying I look dumb? Oh, of course there are questions. Picked you up from the hospital after you passed out in the snow. Been lying in bed for a few days now. Passed out in the snow? Last thing I remember is picking up the phone on the ground. Can't be right, is it? Well, you can believe what you want. Reason do I have not to just go home right? You can do whatever you want, but you might not find much of a home to go back to. What is that supposed to mean? Pile of rubble and ash now. might find it hard to build equity there. Now you're just messing with me. What happened? Alright, Wi-Fi. Reluctantly, I tapped my address into the search bar. To my horror, she's telling the truth. The entire complex burned down the same day, March 3rd. What the? Wouldn't lie to you, would I? Just met you seconds ago. I don't know anything about what you would or would not do. Hey, I know this is a lot to take in, but I'm sorry this happened. Still haven't answered my question. How did 3 days pass? Now I'm here. Where even is this place? New Elvis City. A couple thousand miles south where you used to be. As for why you're here, of all places, your uncle was a family friend of ours. Favor... What? How did I get a couple thousand miles away? My uncle was a family friend. And then my whole apartment complex burnt to the ground and collapsed. And I almost died. I don't know. Favor, I agreed to take you in for the time being. Still reeling in shock from realizing my old friend has been burned to a crisp. I waste no time in continuing her story. Alright guys. I think this is where we're gonna take a little break. We have a lot of questions to ask. Not a lot of answers. Strange responses so far. But I feel like this may be where I find my waifu. We'll see you next time.